I know the best place to look for a gun is the cab of the gray truck outside. And at this altitude, I can run flat out for a half-mile before my hands start shaking.
And it might feel like this is worse than a half-mile run, but we're finally at the point to start putting in terms to make our model better. Some people think that's where statistics starts, but we've spent a lot of videos getting to this point, and that's not weird. That's kind of normal. Now, we found this, and there's some other things that we might have found. Your goal when you look at these residual plots is which residual plot is screaming the loudest. Some of these, I mean, looking at stock, it's whispering there might be something. This residual plot is screaming. So I'm going to come back up here and put in media squared. I only need to do one thing at a time. Notice I'm not going to take any variables out. I'm only going to add stuff in. This looks interesting. Okay, so the two different problems, that's fixed, right? Remember how we used to have a clump and a clump? Still don't like how there seems to be these guys that are way out there, but I don't see anything in here as to how to fix it. Not real fond of how, like, see how this one is spread out, this one seems to be tied in. Like, I would have expected them to look the same, but I don't know what I'm seeing there. Is there a pattern? I don't know. Oh, well, here we go. This plot is screaming. Gonna add a missile squared, and we're gonna add a missile cubed, because this looks cubic, right? 1, 2, 3 lines there. It looks like a cubed will work. Let's see. Well, that looks better. Okay. The fact that it looks better makes me want to say I have a better model. Almost. Do you see the bow tie-ish shape? Bow tie shapes often indicate some sort of interaction, but I don't know. It's really subtle. If there's something there, I can't see it very well. This one also I'm seeing a bow tie shape. Not sure what to think about that. You'll notice the timer's jumping. I'm spending some time looking at these. Obviously, at some point I thought maybe there was an IG-88. There's some bow tie stuff here. I've made these videos across several days, so I can't remember why I was coloring this anymore. But stock goes up. Stock seems to be okay. Payload and temperature, so I'm okay with that. Napalm. What did I see about napalm? Was I worried about it? Obviously, we had this colored. I couldn't decide what to do, and now look at this. I'm getting an error here. Why are we getting an error? I figured it out. I was plotting the original data. Is my data corrupted? No, it's because right here. Remember how I had to change all these and I forgot to change that one? And I burned a couple minutes, and that's not weird. That's not unusual. Just be patient. Okay, I've looked at all these for a while. Look here, see payload? How it kind of seems like there's a bow tie shape. And then down here at personnel, I kind of see a bow tie shape. I'm wondering if there's a payload by personnel interaction. So I'm going to put an interaction in, payload by personnel. If I'm wrong, the worst that's going to happen is I'm going to have to take it out later. If I'm right, these might look exactly the same as, yeah, see, that looks exactly the same. Jeez Louise. Pause the video. Yeah, see this guy, temperature? And you gotta understand here, I already suspect there's some collinearity, like payload and temperature and stock. So if there was some interaction, I don't know, let's say it was stock times payload. And if payload is collinear with temperature, then stock times temperature would also work. And it turns out it doesn't matter which of these two you pick, as long as you pick something that's collinear with stock to catch that interaction. Okay, I'm gonna try temperature times both of those, and no, still don't really see any interaction or effect here, honestly. Although that's too bad. These colors, if the red and black were showing different patterns, that would mean something. I wonder. I just tried terrorism because I thought maybe the green, black, and red in terrorism would look different. It does not. But here's why, looking here, some of these groups seem spread out and some of them are tight, and so I thought maybe terrorism interacted. Do you know what I'm going to do? I just feel like terrorism is going to be important to some interaction. So I'm going to color all of them. Oh, what a waste of time. Should I go back and just delete the whole last 10 minutes? Because seriously? Okay, well, I was really hoping for something deeper, but it looks to me like this is as good as it's going to get. And these slight bow tie shapes, I don't ever seem to find any interaction that would fix it. I'm still seeing a little bow tie-ish shape going on here, but look at these. I mean, I've tried 6 or 7 of these that make the most sense to me. Doesn't seem to be fixing it. I don't know. I think I might be ready to say this is the best model that I can get. If I kept hunting, might I find something? Maybe. But since I've done what's reasonable, I'm ready to say, let's take a look at this summary next.